This is Age of Empty Wallets. My name is Gabe.
And my name is DJ.
We're going to be going over the hero phase in Age of Sigmar's 3rd edition.
Let's go.
I know, exciting, right?
We got round 1, turn 1, phase 1. Let's do it.
Full descriptions of the rules will be found in the core rules of either the General's Handbook or the core book. And instead of just teaching you how to play the game, I'm also going to be teaching DJ how to play. So to start off the hero phase, we've got our command points from deciding who went first, who went second.
So let's say that which one of us is the attacker and the defender, or which one of us is going first and you're going second.
Okay, I can say I'm the attacker.
Okay.
So I will be going. I'm saying I go first.
Great. So you have one.
I've got 1 point.
You've got 1 command point, and which means I have two.
You have 2 command points.
Great.
At the beginning of every hero phase, each of us will get 1 more command point if we still have our general on the table.
Okay. And we only have 1 general.
We only have 1 general, which you pick when you build your army.
Right.
Before I can start my hero phase, do you remember grand strategies?
Of course.
Sever the head. Take a poop in the woods. The Battle of Gettysburg. I'm making mama's cookies. Don't forget your lunch. Cast out of the bag.
Perfect. So grand strategies go over the whole game, right? All 5 rounds.
Yeah.
I now have to pick a battle tactic, which just goes for my turn. And so I must complete the battle tactic at the end of my turn, and the battle plan will tell me how many points I get for it or what happens when I complete my battle.
And how do I get the battle tactic?
So you'll pick your battle tactic from a list that is in the General's Handbook.
More lists.
More lists. DJ, quick test.
Yep.
How many battle tactics are there?
Oh, I'm not sure I learned that.
You had homework, and you didn't do it.
I feel like there's 6 battle grand strategies.
There are 6 grand strategies.
And battle tactics, I'm gonna ballpark it. Let's see, there's 100 dice. Multiply that by the 7 units. By 700 times 1,000 points. Plus 1 general. Eight.
Nailed it. Not sure how you got there.
Seriously?
I did also say 8 before you.
No, you didn't. I got it.
It's all right.
No help. I got it.
We're fine.
Nailed it. Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So I picked my battle tactic. I'm ready to go for my turn.
One of the 8.
One of the 8. Now we'll start heroic actions. So each of us, I know. So there's a list of 4 heroic actions that are in the core rules.
6 strategies, 8 tactics, 4
heroic
actions.
Exactly. So heroic actions will each. So I will go first because it is my turn. I will pick one of my heroes, and they will get to carry out one of those heroic actions.
Right.
After that has been done, then it'll be your turn to pick 1 hero and do 1 heroic action.
How many heroes do I have on my table, on my side at one point?
It depends on how you build your army.
Okay, great.
Yep. So you could have 2, you could have 3, you could have 6, you could have 5. Depends.
And there's rules and stuff like that behind all of that.
Exactly. And that's
is
what building your
non-specific.
army. Yep.
Perfect. Which we did earlier.
We've already done that.
We've already done it. Watch the videos.
Watch the videos, please.
Shameless plug.
After we've done our heroic actions, there are some abilities that some of our heroes or models can do in the hero phase. So there will be wording that specifically says, in the hero phase, do this. A big one that you do in the hero phase are priests' prayers or wizard spells. So right here, we have a wizard. This is a archregent from Flesh Eater Courts.
Hello?
Yeah. How do you do?
Hello, sir.
Courtier.
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 I feel like in the comments, we had some comments.
I'm the one who plays Warhammer.
We.
I'm teaching you how to play.
I feel like this has turned into bullying. Oh, look at DJ. He's a dumb jock. Blah, blah, blah.
I never said you were a dumb jock. That was your word.
No, Philip says that all the time, though. Where's my feelings?
All right, so we've got a wizard here, and then his endless spell, which we will go over in a second.
Yeah, wizard, archregent.
Archregent wizard. So the wizard has spells that they can cast, and on the war scroll, it's say how many spells they can cast.
Okay.
So that's important, and there'll be a list of spells. There's a list of spells in the core book. There's a list of spells in your battle tome, and there's also spells that are on some war scrolls as well. So you'll do your spells with your wizards, or your prayers with your priests, and then there are also things called endless spells or invocations.
Okay.
Endless spells are for wizards, invocations are for priests. And so in order to combat those, you'll need either wizards or something that's against wizards on your army, or something that's a priest or against priests in your army as well, to make sure that you can kind of fight both of those things. And most of the time, those would be defined by keywords, priest or wizard. Sound good? Confusing?
I think I got it.
Not so confident.
Me either. So you got wizards. We got priests.
Yep.
And then we have endless spells.
And invocations.
I thought they were the same thing.
Endless spells are for wizards, invocations are for priests.
I thought prayers were for priests.
Prayers, the invocations are prayers.
So you're invoking a prayer upon the Lord.
Yes, the lords that they serve.
God, may you rain hellfire upon these lands.
This is gonna be a really stupid question.
Yep. I'm really ready. I'm
sorry.
so excited.
I know how it sounds,
Okay.
but does the endless spell end? Like if I kill the guy, right? Does the spell keep going? It's like so I've murdered a man. Archregent Steve. Now if Steve passes, rest in peace, Stephen. Send a letter to his mother. Does this endless spell then end, or does it stay alive in the wake of Stephen?
It's a great question, DJ. So
It doesn't feel like it is.
it actually, I know you think that it sounds really dumb because you phrase it really dumb, but that's actually a great question. So, a wizard, when they cast a spell, right? There's different kinds of spells. We got endless spell and regular spell.
Yep.
A regular spell is like a missile, just go pew 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 pew, and that's it, right? I just did damage, done, right? Pew. And then like a wand.
It's Leviosa.
Fusroda. And then
I didn't get that joke, but I'm sure it was funny to somebody.
a regular spell is something that just happens. It's just one and done and it's over. Endless spell means that it'll stay on the battlefield and continue to have lasting effects.
Even if my guy's dead.
Even if your guy is dead.
Let's go.
But with endless spells and invocations, there's a bunch of different rules on if they die, then they can be controlled by a different wizard and all of that fun stuff. But you can find the full descriptions of those in the core rules. When wizards start casting a spell, you will roll dice to see if that spell actually happens, whether that's a regular spell or an endless spell.
Right.
When they are casting that spell, even if it's my turn, while they're casting it, you are able to try to unbind that if you have a unit that is able to do that.
Great.
And to unbind, you will also roll dice, and if you have a higher number, the spell has been unbound and you cannot, the spell does not happen.
Great.
If an endless spell is already on the table, on your hero phase, instead of casting a spell, you can choose to try to dispel the endless spell. So then you'll roll dice to see if that happens. A lot of rolling dice.
No. You can dispel an endless spell, not endless.
It's endless unless you dispel it.
Technically, if something's infinite, it actually means it doesn't have a beginning either. So if an infinite thing actually means it doesn't have a beginning or an end.
It's not an infinite spell, though.
I know, endless feels like there's no end, and what you're describing is an end to it.
That's fair. For priests, unfortunately, you can't try to unbind a prayer. A prayer will just happen if they make the dice roll.
Because it's a relationship with you and the Lord.
Exactly. See, you're learning. However, an invocation can be banished. So if an invocation's on the table, much like an endless spell, during your hero phase, you can choose to, instead of making a prayer, you will banish an invocation that's already on the table.
So this might not be a helpful question, but if a wizard has endless spells, why would I want to pick a priest? Like, are the invocations also endless? Like, if a priest dies, is that the same thing?
So invocations work a little bit differently, and you can find those rules specifically in the General's Handbook.
Great.
However, there is wizards can unbind wizards, and priests can banish invocations and that other priests have cast, right?
Great.
Wizards and priests are two different
Totally. I just want to know
ranges.
if there was benefits.
So the benefit there is your opponent now has to make sure they have a wizard and a priest, not just one.
Okay.
So endless spells actually have their own war scroll. So they have a whole bunch of different information on them, as well as keywords and things like that.
It's pretty fun.
Right, because they're a model. They're actually on the table, whereas regular spells aren't.
And you're gorgeous, darling.
Absolutely beautiful. But that also means that they cost points. So you, in order to be able to cast an endless spell, you have to have purchased, quote unquote, that unit, or not unit, but it's an endless spell,
Right. So
with the points.
So if we're doing a 1,000-point battle,
Right.
then that means that this is a part of the points to get up to 1,000.
Exactly.
Which means that if I have 999 and this is worth 2 points, which I know that's not real, I know.
It's like
But
85.
sure, then it would go over.
If anything costs 2 points, that would be ridiculous.
It's bad. But so if this goes over if this makes me go over the 1,000-point battle, then I either don't use this or I need to use something else.
So you actually have to have purchased the points for the endless spell before you show up to the game.
For sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. So like I said, there are a lot of command abilities that reference in the hero phase, or in your hero phase, or in the enemy hero phase. There's keywords there. There is a command ability for the hero phase in the General's Handbook, and that's called Rally. So either of us can use that in the hero phase. Rally essentially lets you revive units. They're charging back into the battle.
Yeah, rally the troops.
Rally.
Rally.
Rally. Let's just repeat the same thing. Rally. 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 Rally.
But deconstructed. So rally is a part of the hero phase, which means you can rally the troops to like embolden them for the fight.
Yep.
Okay.
You must spend a command point to use that command ability, but can only be done in the hero phase.
Great. So we've just described a lot of things.
A lot of stuff.
For sure.
Hero phase. See, the fun thing is the hero phase, depending on your army, can either be real busy or nothing happens.
Perfect. So you established at the beginning of this video that you have 2 command points for this turn. How much of this stuff could you have actually even done with 2 command points?
So everything that wizards and priests can do don't cost command points. That's kind of fun, huh? Command points are only for command abilities. So rally would cost me a point.
Okay.
However, I have to make sure that those 2 points last me through my turn, and then I'll get one at the beginning of your turn again, but it must last through that turn.
Okay.
So you kind of want to spread your points out. You don't want to spend them all in one place.
All right, that's good.
Yep.
I do have another question.
Okay.
Now, when it's your turn, can I actually use a command point to do something during your turn?
As long as the verbiage in the command ability says in the hero phase or in the enemy hero phase.
In the enemy hero or in the hero phase as a whole.
Yep.
But if it says in your hero phase, then I cannot use it.
Exactly. And that
A book I've never read, but I can understand.
Exactly. And that verbiage is used for every phase. So
And you
it'll
can
say,
find that in.
the General's Handbook
Yes!
or the core book.
Oh.
All right, so we talked about command points, battle tactics. We talked about wizards and priests. We talked
That
about
wasn't Steven.
heroic actions. We did talk about Steven. And then we also talked about the rally command ability in the hero phase.
Yes, we did.
Next video, we're going to talk about the movement phase. How you can move your troops, retreat your troops, run them, get them closer to the enemy.
Do a little dancing.
Little dancing
Rally
in the
troops.
movement.
Hey.
I
I feel like the troops are rallied from this. Rally the troops. Hey.
I'm not sure how to react to this at all.
Dab. Just please don't put that in. I do not want it on video that I dab.
That must
No.
go. Please go in the video forever.
Oh, I hate